It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna be a good day. And I'm already gone. Gone, gone, gone. Yes, I'm already gone. Wake up, man. I've been looking at my hands, watching time go by. It's gonna be 1:30 to go, and I'm ready to ride, baby. Let's get this show on the road. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna be a good day, and I'm already gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm already gone. Ain't no time to waste. Life is shifting in place. The second hand is wild. It's spinning around and around. Grab that hand and hold it down. Turn off, tune out, turn on your light. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's gonna be a good day, and I'm already gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm already gone. It's gonna be a good day. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's gonna be a good day, and I'm already gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm already gone, 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 gone. Yes, I'm already
Woo-wee! And we are back with the Bakersfield Underground, the Bud. And you just heard our girlski, Deedra Patrick, with Good Day. Welcome to the show, girlski.
Thank you.
What an honor it is to have you here on the show, for real, because I've been waiting to do this interview for a while. Because, you know, we had some setbacks earlier. You should have been here, what, a month ago, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Just about?
a year
Something
ago.
like that, a year ago, yeah. But we can never make it happen, and it's finally happening.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you for coming on the show. You know, this is exciting for me because once I listened to the Golden Side album, I've been wanting to interview you ever since. And there was, I believe there was one occasion where I don't know if we met that night at Fidel's house. Did you go to one of the...
I didn't go.
There was 2 events. You didn't go to any of those? Okay. I thought you were going to be there because I heard you were supposed to, because you were part of that album as well.
Yes,
You know, but yeah, that could have been an opportunity right there.
It's hard to get me to leave the house.
Where can we find you at on social media? Go ahead and plug away.
Well, for my music, I'm at Deedra Patrick Music on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. For my artwork, I'm at DD Fine Art on all 3 platforms as well. And for all my 50 million other bands, those are on there. Turquoise. For my voice lessons, that's on there. Deedra Patrick Voice Studio.
There you go. And what perfect teacher than yourself, right? You got that powerful voice.
Thank you.
How long have you been in music? What? Let's start from the beginning. What got you into music?
You know, I don't know what got me into music because I don't remember not having music in me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like from the time I was born, like I think I'm more music than flesh, really. But my mother played the accordion and always sang songs around the house. And then
nice.
When I moved to Oklahoma, we were Pentecostal, so anytime a tent was up, we were like in it singing. Gospel
really,
songs.
yeah.
That's how I learned how to read music, actually, was from hymnals. And then, the Lawrence Welk show. No. I mean, my background in music is so diverse, because my grandma listened to the Lawrence Welk. And I always thought that was cool because the ladies dressed real pretty and they didn't have to do any crazy runs or anything. They could just sing all plain, but had pretty voices.
Yeah.
And then there was there was the Mac Davis show. No, look I'm totally aging myself. But if I have to try to think of what influenced me before I was 13, it's pretty much was radio or my mother playing music or church or stuff like that.
It was always around you then, huh?
Always.
We pretty much lived the same life then, because both my parents were pastor, Pentecostal church also, so I grew up in church. They used to put me up there to sing when I was really small. I learned how to play instruments in church. So same thing. Radio was huge for me as well.
Yeah.
So
whatever was on the radio was what I liked.
Yeah.
We didn't have fancy stereo system and
all.
all.
No, yeah. It's just a small little speaker pretty much, whatever you were able to get your hands on.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about growing up in church then, right? The music in church, completely different, right?
Right.
And what did you learn from gospel music? Because again, it's completely different. Did you have instruments there, or was it all a cappella pretty much?
No, it was
choir?
all, well, back then, that was before they made karaoke tapes. Let's see. No. We had a lady who played the organ, the organ, and they'd always take their shoes off and be there in their socks up there playing.
Yeah.
Anyway, and a 4-part choir, so you had the bass doing the counter melodies, which I always found fascinating.
Yeah.
So, I think, though, but what I took from that in my style are the harmonies, because that's what I liked about a big church choir was the 4-part harmonies and the counter melodies. There was always some kind of counter melody or somebody echoing something, and I loved that. And so I think that is, even through my album, I think that's probably the most common thing in the production-wise of all the songs, or all the harmony parts, all the background parts. And so, that's probably what I took from it. But growing up in church, in Pentecostal, so you kind of brought up that if you're going to do music, it should just be for God and just be, otherwise, you're a sinner. I've been kicked out of 3 churches.
Oh, yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? She can't come here no more.
You can't sing that song here.
That's it. She was in a metal band. I swear, one time I was standing in church. This was after I came back to Bakersfield. Yeah. And you know how in the beginning of the Pentecostal service, everybody stands up and they give their testimony?
Yeah.
So this man stands up and he turns around, he pointed right back at me and he goes, "That girl should not be allowed to sing in church anymore because she was in a metal band in L.A."
Oh, man.
I could have died.
And that guy admitted he saw you.
Yeah.
It
was me.
A friend of a friend told me.
How did he see it? Yeah, that's true. But
it's so strange. But it's not so much like that now, right?
Yeah.
But I
hope
it
not.
really was. I mean, and so in answer to your question before, so coming up, well, one, I didn't think I knew I had a gift, but I didn't think I'd really get to use it in church too much because women didn't get to do much in church. There was one female singer that I ever saw, and she was from out of town.
Okay.
I mean, this was when I lived in Oklahoma. And so then when I came to California, I left my whole family there and came and lived with a whole new family when I was 13.
Okay.
And that's when I started singing, like secular music and singing in choir in high school. I went to Arvin High, and I got in a rock band. So I got in a rock band as soon as I
Completely different.
graduated. Yeah, and I didn't want anything to do with country music because I don't know. I just didn't. Growing up in Oklahoma, whatever, you just couldn't pay me. And it was because people were constantly saying, you look like a country singer. You probably sing country, because I had a really thick accent.
Oh, okay.
And so when you're young and 13, that was embarrassing, right? So I didn't want to sound like that. So anyway, yeah. Where were we?
No. I mean, okay. So after you were done with church, but I get you, because me growing up, I got kicked out of church for being bald, for shaving. I used to play the guitar in church, and I got kicked out because they said I was a gangster, man.
Because you shaved your head?
Yeah, because I shaved my head. That was it. That's all it took after playing there for many years, growing up in there. But hey, so I understand. I can relate.
Yeah,
and
it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, especially when you have that talent and you want to go out there and and use your talent, right?
And
but
you think you're doing the good. You're doing good.
Yeah,
you're doing anything wrong.
I sure hope it's not like that anymore.
I don't think it is so much.
I hope so. But they're probably a little bit more.
There's too many different churches now.
Yeah, there is.
There's so many different places people can go, and I'm not saying one way or the other whether one's right or not.
Yeah,
right, but
of course.
There's so many places.
A little bit more opportunity. They're more chill with the rules now, pretty much. So so you're done singing gospel music, which is again is really good for your voice, right? You're up there, and you said you had a choir behind you too later on, right? So you had backup. I was there by myself. I had nobody. I was up there singing by myself at that time.
Oh, you mean in church?
Yeah, in church. Yeah.
I never actually sang in church.
Oh, okay. So you saw somebody else that was up there. Okay.
Because so in Oklahoma, like there was more like like a girl. Like I didn't have that opportunity. But when we moved here, when I was 13, I moved out here to Lamont and moved in with my dad, and went to church sometimes out in Arvin at the Gospel Tabernacle there, and sometimes I would sing. I started singing in high school, I just figured out I could sing in choir in high school.
That's amazing.
And that was all classical music, all opera.
Yeah.
And then from there, when I was 17,
Opera, huh?
I got in a band I went to BC for art, and I got in a band with a bunch of guys from Arvin that and I quit college after about a year and a half or something. I never did finish my degree at that time. I went back later. But anyway, so I got in a band with a bunch of guys that went to Arvin High, and we started playing at 17 around Suds. And
what kind of music was that? Was that the rock band?
Top 40 rock.
Okay.
It was contraband. Were you in the band with Lauren?
Here we go. Here's another story.
Okay, so like at the end of the hall, from where we were rehearsing in the hall over there on the loop.
Yes.
Horseshoe Road. What's that called? Easton Drive.
Easton Drive. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how far back we go. Yeah. Were you in their band? Or how do I know you? Like, when's our first meeting point?
The first place I met you was me, Joey D, and Joe Wilson were living. In
the Isla Verde.
Isla Verde.
Okay.
And
that was before I tamed Joey.
Right.
That's my boyfriend.
All right. I tamed him.
I remember he was always getting in trouble when those three lived in that apartment. No.
Ian, more stories, huh, Ian?
I forgot we were being recorded.
There's videotapes out there that we just recently found, some VHS tapes.
We can talk about those. But yeah, I may have met you earlier than that, but I remember meeting you. We were up in our apartment. We were taking pictures for some promos and stuff. And I was living with Joey Del Sanos and Joe Wilson in that apartment there. And there was another guy from the Arvin area, a younger kid, very very pretty guy, and I can't even remember his name. He played keyboard.
Wasn't Robert Velasco?
No.
Oh,
no.
You mean David Vargas?
David Vargas. That's it. David Vargas. And he was playing.
He's the whole reason I ever got in a band.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's the first person that approached you about, hey, you want to come and join the band?
We all went to high school together, and he called me after we graduated and said, hey, you know what? You need to get in a band.
Yeah.
I was like, really? He goes, yeah, you can do it. He goes, Bobby and the guys are getting together. Come out to Arvin. And so we stood.
Yeah. but I mean, what I remember is her showing up and you know, she just had energy walking into the room. That was just the kind of person she was, and you know, we were all busy in our own band, so we never really got a chance to see each other.
Yeah, it was different
play.
back then. You never met the other bands around town.
Yeah.
That's
other
crazy,
than at Lions at 2 a.m.
Or
Cindy's.
or you know, we used to go to gigs and then we'd show up at Suds for after hours.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that
you
was
know,
always
so-
fun because
so-
you get to get. There were a few of us they'd let in, and then they'd lock the door behind us.
Right.
Stay
Yeah.
up there
It
all
was
night.
considered a private club at that, you know, after hours, and so you did meet other musicians from around town, but yeah, you would do your gig and then you would show up there and meet some of the other musicians around town, but we never went to each other's gigs because everybody was
gigging.
So
Yeah,
That's what it was on every what, Friday, almost every day then, right? During that time, was there like an event going on? There's always something going on, right?
Well, I mean, back in the 80s, there were so many bars that had long contracts. Like, we were at Tamashanner for like a 2-year contract, I think.
Oh, wow.
So,
Check that out.
And there weren't a whole lot of bands around, so to speak, playing in the clubs because there was like the R&B band, like there was Press with Glinda.
Yeah.
And then there was us, Contraband. We really sucked.
Hey, but you were doing your thing.
Because we got good back then on
Yeah.
the stage. Like,
Oh,
we
that was
didn't-
practice, yeah.
Yeah, and you didn't have YouTube and all that kind of stuff and to learn from. It was just old school getting.
I mean, which can be good
on
sometimes, right?
stage.
Did you
That's-
want those recordings to be out though?
No, I mean, there's some that I wouldn't play for anybody. But there's some live recordings where I'm like, oh my God.
I
okay.
can't believe I did
Always
that.
so sharp. Always singing off key.
That is
But,
cool.
Yeah, I remember. I was dating Joey, but probably not at that time. But I do remember thinking you guys were I was only 17, so I remember thinking you guys were like the young, hip, like dudes in your apartment with the girls all the time.
yeah.
Ian, you want to talk about that? You look so innocent, man. Now the stories come out, huh?
Yeah.
So did you guys played on the same gig at the same venue, but you just didn't run across each other? Is that what it was?
No, we were just around, and I mean, we were doing more top 40. I mean, everybody kind of had to be top 40.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
were
Be
no,
high,
there were no original bars. Then.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, not until the 90s. Did
Oh,
that
that's when it
happen.
started hitting then. Okay.
But
That's why I left.
you know,
I want to write my own stuff. Is that what you wanted? Or
That's why I left. Exactly
Yeah.
why I left.
I mean, everybody starts off like that, right? A lot of bands start off by playing,
Covers. Yeah.
cover songs, and until you guys are ready to write your own music,
why
pretty
not?
much.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
the money is.
It's
like
practice,
if it's
yeah.
just a side gig or a hobby,
Yeah.
the money is in doing covers and
Yeah.
getting paid,
Yeah.
and it's
That
fun.
is true, yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
and you know, as a coach, one thing I've learned is the different types of people. Like I learned who I was as a little girl by giving singing lessons for 20 years. There are some people I meet them and I know who they are. They're like me. We were birthed this way. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I met little kids that were little weirdo kids, just like I was a weirdo kid. And those are the true artists. Those are the
Yes.
true musicians. Those
Yeah.
are the ones where it wouldn't matter what I said or whatever. That's who they are. That's what they are. That's what
Yeah.
that's me. And so in these kids that I started coaching, I learned a lot about myself through watching these kids. I don't know what got me on this train.
No, but it's interesting though. But go ahead.
You know, but I did learn that. And I know why, the covers versus originals.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Then there's also musicians who really love it and they probably feel the same euphoria or whatever. I'm only saying this observing as a coach.
Yeah.
That do it for that also, but they're not going to live or die whether I'd had counseling. I'm going to die.
Yeah. You said it already.
I need a therapist if I can't sing. I mean, you know, it's like there are some people though like that who it's just who you are. Like you can't take it from them, and it'd be mean
Yeah.
for their partner to take it from them.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
even
hard
worse,
for
though.
their partner to understand that sometimes
Yeah.
too. You know, like my house, you walk in, the whole front room is a music studio. Like the whole front room is just.
Man, as soon as you walk in.
As soon as you walk in, that's what the whole front room is.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man.
That's why I have a house.
Yeah.
So there's a place to put stuff. But anyway, and then there's, but when it comes to covers or originals, for me as a songwriter, I've always been a songwriter before a singer, and so I've always
Okay.
been writing songs since I was 9.
Since you were 9, okay.
And it's always because they come to me like something that needs to be said or that I want to say. I don't ever have writer's block. I have.
That's very interesting right there, okay.
No, because I don't write because I want to sit down and write a song, which therefore would create writer's block maybe. I write because I
so
have
you
to
got a
write
point
the
there.
song. Like that's that outlet that God gave me to release whatever of experiences I've had is through the songs that I write. So, and there are other kids that I met through my coaching that are just like that. I just started to recognize them. That's why I hate AI so much.
Oh, yeah, that's a damn.
Get me
Ian and
on
I have
that.
gone into that conversation. Like, it's insane.
But what about the little kids that are like me?
Yeah.
That if it wasn't for music, I'd have probably been the weirdo forever.
Oh, yeah.
And
For real.
that's their gift they have. Just like
Yes.
the dude who can play football, who maybe is going to get their scholarship for that, or the other kid
Yes.
that's good at drawing, or another kid that's good at math. Like if everybody wants the cool thing that they think is cool, then you're never going to learn what your gift is that you really have
Exactly.
inside of you.
Exactly.
And then that takes it away from those little kids. That
Yeah.
maybe that was their one special thing, was that guitar or whatever.
Yeah.
That's where the girls started noticing them because they carried the guitar around.
Yeah, that's
mean-
me.
Yeah, I got a couple of dates off of that.
That's
But
why it
yeah.
bugs me so much. I just think we're all unique and we have our own
Yes.
gifts.
Yeah.
So, but I do agree with AI in a lot of things. I just bought my house and I couldn't afford a real estate agent, so me and my
You-
ChatGPT,
It's good for that, but not for music, though. Yeah.
no, not for creating.
Yeah. Where can people find you at if they want to contact you for singing lessons? Because if you're gonna learn from somebody, it should be you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and plug that away.
That's a Deedra Patrick Talent Development and Voice Studio on Facebook. Now,
Is there an age limit of when they can start off, or just?
I was just going to
sooner
say
the
I
better?
quit during the pandemic giving
Okay.
singing lessons because
Yeah, you couldn't do that. Yeah.
So I haven't started back, but now that I bought my house,
Now you're gonna. Yeah, there you go.
18
You got
and
the
over
space.
though, I think.
18
Oh,
and
I
over,
just hate
okay.
it though. I love working with kids and they love me so much, but
Yeah.
I think I'm going to ease into it one day a week and just take my pro clients who come
All right.
that are.
That's good right there.
I get a lot of clients that are like that, And kids, the only reason why I don't want to do kids right now is because kids need, if they're going to take lessons, it needs to be disciplined. I need to show them the discipline of every single week. And I'm not sure I'm ready to do that with my schedule right
okay.
now. So
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
to disappoint them. And even though the
Yeah.
parents always say, no, it's okay, Deidre. We'll come whenever you can do it. You can always tell they're disappointed. So I don't want to
okay.
disappoint them.
Yes.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, yeah, you already know that you're not ready for that yet, so why
Yeah,
even
so-
do it?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Now, will you be honest if you get somebody that comes in and just doesn't have that voice to sing?
What do you think, Ian?
Will you be honest, or are you going to be like, hey, that's okay, sweetie, we can go ahead and try this? No, you'll be honest. Hey, you know what? Maybe you go play the
I
bass.
think if the kid has the drive, that they might find their voice in some type of music.
In
I
some
mean-
other instrument.
There you go, where they're quiet.
Or save it.
Sorry. It's the
No, it's the
25
truth,
years
though.
Of coaching.
It's the truth, yeah.
I thought he was going to tell you, I know what she tells me. No. He comes out with this sweet Ian answer.
Yep, that's Ian right
Yeah,
there.
no,
Yeah.
I don't do that. Because, I charge $80 an hour. And to me, if their parents bringing them in there and they can't sing, and I can tell. But I'm going to tell you something, though. And I can tell, though, I might encourage them, not the first lesson because I don't want to kill them, but like after the second week, and that's because the second week, someone who's completely off key the first week will come back in and be on key the second week because they're not
that's a good point.
scared. They're
Okay.
not nervous, and they know
That's
what
true.
to expect. But
Yes.
I can tell by listening to their pitch against the piano whether they can sing or not. However, nobody's going to come in and do that unless they really love music. There's something in
Yeah.
there that they love. It
Right.
could be the guitar.
It
Could be the bass.
If the kid has the drive to figure it out, then you can work with that. But if they're doing it because their parents want them to, or because grandma said they're paying for this and you're going to do it, I would say, yeah, you don't want those kind of students anyway.
Yeah, but I can't make someone, and I'm just
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
you, this is the truth. I can't make someone who can't sing because physically they can't sing,
Yeah.
sing. I can teach someone that, and I'm really good at coaching, so I know I'm good at this. So I can take someone who maybe comes to me and says, I want to sing at my wedding. I'm getting married in 6 months, and it's one song. Now, I can teach pretty much anybody
Really?
one song. Yeah, because it's muscle memory, where the pitch goes. There's a lot of technical things to where, what note to squeeze your left butt cheek on, and which one to squeeze. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
to do this. Like, it's
Yeah.
all muscles, so it's a sport, basically. So if you figure out how much exertion it takes to hit that pitch, and you memorize that over and I can usually do that.
All right.
Then you give them a song, though, that they never sung before, and they will be completely off key.
okay. So they can't come in
muscle
saying,
memory.
I want to sing a Queen song,
Oh,
you
that'd
know,
be
with
hard,
Freddie
huh?
Mercury. Like,
Me too. Can't do that. But I found that. But I also have to say, okay, this is something I had to really check myself on. I would have moms bringing their kids to me when I first started coaching here from LA, and they'd be like, my kid's the best kid ever.
oh, yeah.
And then they would turn out good, though. And I wouldn't
Huh.
think they were good because, for one, they were young. And so you shouldn't coach a human voice before the age of 7 to 9.
Why is that?
Because the type of scales and things that you do in proper singing, stretching the vocal cords while the vocal cords are still growing, can cause permanent damage on the vocal cords.
No way.
And there's also a certain way you should train a human voice before certain ages because of for your hormones, even for a man, or your vocal cords on what level of development you are physically. So
That's
there's
interesting
lots of
right there.
reasons.
Yeah, I didn't know
you
that.
can damage. That's why voice lessons usually cost a little more than, say, guitar lessons and in any other city, because
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
get certified for anatomy in order to know to do it.
Oh, wow,
But these
that's
women
interesting.
were right. Like, maybe they had a grandma or their mother could. I didn't see it when the kids are 5 or 6 or whatever, but then I've seen a couple
Yeah.
turned out and had
Yeah.
good voices.
That
But, I
is
mean,
interesting right there. Yeah.
having
I was wrong.
having a good ear, having a good ear and maybe a marginal voice, maybe you work on the expression, or show them like somebody like Bob Dylan,
Yes.
and get them to just be expressive
And in key.
and in key.
Ian, not everybody's a singer, Ian. Come on. Some of us just need to hum in the background.
But what
all
he's
right?
saying
Start a
is
podcast.
so true.
But yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what about what's her face? Although, I mean, you're mentioning people that have weird, quirky voices, but they're still in key.
Yeah.
Right.
But like Macy Gray, love her voice,
Yeah.
weird voice.
Little raspy voice, but she does her
and
thing.
she,
Yeah.
and she does her thing,
Yeah.
and not a huge range. She keeps her melodies pretty tight.
Knows her limits.
That's also, I think, an important thing about singers. Like me, I never could do runs or sing blues. Like, even though that's what I do now.
You got a couple blue songs out there, yeah.
That's my thing now.
Stop lying.
It took me till I was like 70. No kidding. Till I could sing the blues,
You got to have that little bit of like that raspy voice in there.
Well, I
though,
always
yeah.
had it, but
yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
do the runs. And I also, the timing in blues a little bit different, not always coming on the one, like in classic rock, 4/4 coming on the one, you know what I mean? And so blues are a little different in the filling back and not jumping all over it and over singing
yeah.
it. Oh, I learned a lot. And that's only been in the last 10 to 15 years. I think I picked that up. But I was a
Nice.
smooth singer. That's why I liked Linda Ronstadt and the Lawrence Welk singers, because they didn't do anything. They
Yeah,
just
yeah.
stood there and looked pretty and sang with pretty voices. And that's why I always thought I could never have a career, because I thought, well, I can't do any of those vocal gymnastics and stuff. And then I learned that's not really what makes a good singer.
Yeah, that's not you though. I can't imagine you being on stage and not moving around.
And
I see
no,
some of
yeah.
your videos on YouTube, and it's like, no, there's no way you really get into that groove.
Yeah.
You feel the music. You can hear it on your voice, which we're gonna hear a couple of the tracks here coming up. But yeah, it's hard to just stand there and not feel that music, especially your own music.
You know what? Oh, I don't know. I could probably because I could talk to Ian forever too about just stories we could probably bring up.
Go for it, man.
But I can't-
Give me two
what
stories,
were you
man.
saying? You were telling us something. What were you trying to say?
I guess a lot of people learn stuff the wrong way.
Oh.
Okay, I know I taught myself how to play guitar, and I was interested enough to figure stuff out. Same thing with singing. I never really thought I would sing, but as a practical manner of being in a band and singing for 5 sets, you can't have one person take all that weight. So I ended up singing a lot of songs that that were probably not in my key.
Right.
Or you're singing top.
That's hard with cover songs.
Yeah. And then having certain people that can only play in the real key because you're learning it off the record and you can't transpose. But my point is a lot of people singing top 40 are singing stuff that a certain person has a lot of range, and you're singing wrong to get the job done, and you're giving stuff. You're doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And so being able to, if you have the drive to express yourself in music, is you learn enough discipline so that you know what the right key is, right range is, or you learn to do songs that are that kind of fit your style.
Yeah, until your style broadens. It's like being a painter. Like when I first started painting, remember all those weird 70s paintings I put up during the pandemic? Dude, I don't even know why people like those things. I was so embarrassed of them, I wouldn't sell them, and now I'm like, I should have sold those paintings.
Yeah, you could have made some money.
But now, as I've been doing them more, what I paint broadens. But it's also with songwriters too. Like I always tell people that are coming in that are songwriters that are getting singing lessons. I always tell them, compare it to like if you played the guitar, and at first all you knew were 3 chords. You'd be writing all your songs with those 3 chords. You know,
that is true.
That's all right. But as you learn more chords, then your songs get more sophisticated, and you do more things with them. And the same as a singer, for me, when I write songs, I might hear something differently than someone else would hear. So as a songwriter, it's kind of cool, I think, how your style can come about by where you're at right there with your talent, too. Like even Nirvana didn't play a whole bunch of chords and stuff in there, whatever.
That is true, yeah.
It made my guitarist so happy.
That was a break for him.
When they came out, I remember because we lived in LA, and we had 2 guitarists, but we got rid of the one, and we kept the other, who is a phenomenal rhythm guitarist. He's the one who did Mystical Angel with me, and he's just a really great rhythm guitarist, which people don't realize how amazing it is to have an amazing rhythm guitarist.
Yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially like when, great guitarists like in LA are a dime a dozen, like
yeah.
someone who can get in the gut in it and write a song is great. But anyway, so when Nirvana came out, I remember telling him, because that's when we did our change to the one guitar, and he was a very simple guitarist. I was like, dude, who cares? Like, they're not doing all kinds of crazy, like, fancy guitar stuff, People love them. But it's about the emotion and the songs and what you put forth, I think.
There you go.
Yeah.
You started writing music, you said, when you were seven years old. What were the first music that you wrote? What was it about? Was it poetry, or was it just the music came to you, you just started writing it down?
Until I started playing piano, songs always come to me, and the melody and just the lyrics, you know what I mean? And so that's how it was back then. So I would write little songs that had no music to them. And it was a church song, a gospel song, I remember. And then after that, I started, when I really got into songwriting was when I moved to LA. And that is, I was kidding earlier, but that is why I moved to LA, because I knew when I got in my first band, I was only 17, and I was going to BC on an art scholarship, and I knew I wanted to live in LA. I loved LA. I loved LA.
It's a different vibe over there.
It's not the way it is anymore, but I loved it there. I used to always feel at home when I went there. I knew from the minute I graduated high school I was going to leave here and go there. So I got a job at Pacific Bell, and I knew I had to work there 5 years, and then I could transfer with them to downtown LA, which is what I did. Nice. Then I started getting the Music Connection magazine. I don't know if you guys know that magazine. And it's a magazine that they would sell in LA remember they'd have all the magazine stands on the corners?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's basically the underground, like, LA music scene. So anybody looking for a singer, whatever. And so I started auditioning for bands out of the magazine. And I got in a band called Tipsy Fox.
Nice.
And that's when I started really just doing all originals. That's all that we did in Los Angeles. There's tons of places to play there. That's
yeah. You got one whole strip right there. You can play anywhere in there. Yeah.
And so
Yeah, that's awesome right
that's
there.
when I started writing with those guys. And I've been writing ever since. But my album Gold Inside, I actually used a couple of my musician friends from my time when I was in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
Because it was
yeah.
so nostalgic to me. And I think I was trying to go back to a time when before a lot of shit happens, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to use these people that were so much
That's
a
dope.
part of my life then. And
Yeah.
so that's why I did that.
That's very fascinating. No wonder this album came out really, really good.
Thank you.
And we're going to play a couple of the tracks here in a little bit. So writing your own music, how does that make you feel, writing your own music now? Because one thing is doing cover songs, like I said, but those are not your words. Those are not your emotions, right?
Right.
But now you're writing a piece of you, a part of you could even say, into these songs, personal situations or etc. How does that even feel the first time you sing your own song?
You mean like in front of people?
Yeah, in front of people.
It depends on the song.
Okay.
Like, okay, that song Shoulder to Cry On.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we did that at a gig once.
Oh, man. Okay, that's a deep song right there. Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't go over at Wikis, okay?
Yeah.
I looked out there and all the women are just looking at me like, I
Yeah.
know. And the men are like going, what the hell is she even talking about?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
leaned over to Tim and I go, Tim, make a note. Let's not do
Let's
that
not
song.
do that. It divides the crowd. Yeah.
No, but that song,
And then the owner comes out and said, "We like beer drinking songs."
you're like, oh, hold on, let me do all I want to do.
Yeah, there you go. Which you covered really good, the Sheryl
Thank
Crow
you.
song. It sounded
Oh, thank
really,
you.
really nice. Even the Cyndi Lauper song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, you changed it up a little bit.
I was driving to practice one night and I'm all, oh, okay, a lot of times cover songs, when I listen to them as a lyricist, I always think, why the hell did they write the music like that? Or I'll think, these lyrics are depressing, like, why is it so happy?
It's a pop song now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that song on the way to practice one night with Turquoise, I thought of that and I told the guys and they were all for it. They loved that arrangement of it.
That's
but you
cool.
know what song does that is Aretha Franklin, Chain of Fools.
All right.
Okay, have you guys ever listened? It's Chain, Chain, Chain. It's like, for 5 long years, I thought you were my man, but I found out I'm just a link in your chain. And it's all written in C major, all happy. Chain, chain, chain. I'm like, what? So we do it in A minor.
Which does change the whole,
It does change
yeah.
it. We slow it down, and then we do this weird, like, break thing in the breakdown. But so when we do covers, I like to change them. But usually it's because I can't figure out why a song's in a minor key or something when it's really like happy or vice versa. But anyway, I like doing covers sometimes if it's a song that I wish I would have written. When we do covers, though, because we do covers for Turquoise, and you got to do covers and throw in a few originals each set or whatever here. And I have reached the I don't give a shit age, see? So, and I've been playing since I was 17.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I play with people that have the same way of thinking that I have. We're going to play what we want to play. And if people like it, then they're going to come and hear us more. And
Yeah.
hopefully we have good enough taste in music and what we want to play that they're going to like it. And they usually
Yeah,
do.
there you go.
So, I mean,
There
you
you
don't
go.
pick stupid songs that you know no one's going to even care.
Yeah, yeah, because you got to keep the vibe going, right? When you're performing.
And I do pick songs that they're covers that they know.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I get the whole obscure thing about doing songs that nobody knows. And you could be the best band up there. But it's kind of like, I personally think that there should be songs in there that people know. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
If it's a cover group.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like covers, I like originals, but I would prefer to do originals.
Yeah, there you go.
You know.
But that Sheryl Crow song, I stayed throughout the whole video. I was like, she gonna get all the right notes? Dude, like, you tore that thing up. That was awesome. I just got goosebumps hearing you sing right now, by the way.
Thank you.
Tell me about live performances, because that's a whole other beast now, right? Because you could be a really good singer, but you got to bring that stage presence as well, which is something that we learn the more times we
more
do
you
live
do
events,
it,
right?
yeah.
What kind of advice? Were you ever nervous, actually? Were you ever nervous going
yeah.
up on stage?
Always. Like, whenever I started, that was the biggest thing. Because, like, well, first of all, when I started, like, there was no way in hell you could have a music stand and lyrics on stage. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know any bands that did
Yeah,
that
yeah.
back then.
I get you, yeah.
Now I'm like, yeah, and anyway, but if I had a younger brain, I'd probably try to memorize all the words or something. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of things different now.
Yeah.
Then. And because of that, I took a lot of lessons. So like I drove to LA before I moved there. I drove to LA and took voice lessons with the same teacher that was at the same exact time coaching Axl Rose and Exene of the band X and
Nice.
Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. So she was an opera singer, but she taught all the hard rock singers. And so
Those are some high notes right there. The
rockers.
singers, yeah.
So that's the technique that I got, and that's who certified me as a voice coach. So
That's
even though I
dope.
wasn't coaching then,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I did that. But I also then once I moved to LA, I took private dancing. I had already had a lot of dance, but I took private dancing with a dancer there.
All right.
That had a studio, and she would put my album on and teach me how to move and how to have big movements on stage
nice.
and how to use the whole stage. So I did a
Were
lot
you
of that.
like choreographing for that specific song?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? That's awesome,
Yes,
right
and
there.
and learning how to just play. So I did do the 4 hours. I've always been the 4 hour singer. I've never had
Wow,
another
look at
singer,
that.
all 4 sets. But when you're doing the originals, then it's like it's a concert. It's like it's an hour,
Yeah,
an hour
yeah.
high energy concert, like an hour and a half or whatever. But so yeah, I took a lot of dancing and I took a lot of things. I also was so shy. I would write on the set list for the guys. The way I got over that on stage was they had a set list that would tell them when I was going to talk. And if I wasn't going to talk, that meant they better go to the next song.
They better be paying attention then, right?
If someone was a good drummer. Did you know that? What are you doing back there?
What are you doing?
Are you going to start the song or what? Like, tell a joke. No. I don't want to tell a joke.
I'm ready to go.
So I want to sing. And so that's how I had to really control what was happening on stage for me to get over my stage fright. Now I don't get scared. Now Tim makes fun of me, Tim Stone Lake, who I play with, because I create situations that are going to cause friction so that maybe there'll be
Really?
some nerves.
That's the way you're gonna learn, right?
Like sometimes I'll throw in a song in the night that I know we haven't rehearsed because they're good musicians, and sometimes that's where the magic happens, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, don't over rehearse it. So
Yeah.
like I'll purposely do that or just stuff like that. We just laugh about it now, but yeah, I used to get really scared. I mean, I was always afraid of what to say to the audience.
So the talking, then you were okay with the singing. I'm pretty sure you were
as long
very
as
confident.
I was singing, I'm fine.
Yeah, I find that fascinating that someone with the talent, the voice that you had, the powerful voice, that you, and you still have that
To
stage
talk.
fright, or yeah, even to talk, right?
Yeah, well, like
That's-
what are you gonna talk about?
Yeah,
I
okay.
used to always tell myself, teacher, it's like picture you're out on the football field and it's like ready, okay. 'Cause I'm a cheerleader. I was like, oh, you know
That's
what I
pretty
mean?
much what it is, right?
Or between the like wrestling matches, between the
Oh, yeah.
wrestlers, you'd have to think of something to get up and say to the crowd, "Come on,
Yeah.
crowd, let's go,
Let's go clap for me or something.
So probably when I first started in contraband, it was like between each song, okay, how's everybody doing?
You were over exaggerating, right?
No, probably not. I mean, you know,
That is
I
funny.
was scared shitless all the time. I had people come and see me in LA once that told our band that I didn't have the right personality for a front person. I was too shy. I mean, I heard that a lot. I had a girl write in my yearbook, my Arvin yearbook, Deedra, you're a great singer, and I know you want to be a professional singer, but you're too shy. It's never going to happen.
You just don't talk.
Back in the 80s when people said what they thought. Love you.
Good times, by the way. Yeah.
But you know that discouragement by somebody might have said, "I'll show them."
I
and
did.
You try
That's
that is
harder.
true.
Sometimes that works.
That's
We
what
need to
it
hear
did
that,
for
yeah.
me. I mean, the whole time I lived in LA, I kept picturing coming back to Bakersfield and playing here and showing everybody how I'd overcome my shyness and how I was in an original band now. And once I got here, I was old enough to not care about that stuff anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You reach an age where
Yeah.
that doesn't even matter
Fuck
anymore.
it is what it is. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it has to matter in your 20s. It's that gumption that gets a person in
That
their
is
20s
true.
going.
Yeah, yeah.
Without that, they don't have quite the motivation.
Yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
It's like, you know, when I have students that age, I'm like, encourage it because, you know, they need that. They
It's
need
now or
that
never,
drive.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the preparation like for a live event, right? Like, tell me, I'm nosy. I want to know. Are you eating something an hour, 2 hours before?
Usually
And why
no.
is it a yes or a no?
Usually no. Like usually I won't eat before. This is a good question, because as a voice coach, I'm going to tell my student, well, don't eat 2 hours before you sing.
2 hours.
Yeah,
all
because
right?
you're going to regurgitate it up and spit it out and stuff on your high notes and what,
Yeah.
And I followed those rules till about 15 years ago or something.
Did we stop caring after?
I don't know what happened.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat right now.
I eat right up to the minute this first song starts.
And oh wow, it still works.
Yeah.
It was just
Exactly.
it was
Nothing happened.
It was somebody's theory, and
But
I mean, I knew I couldn't eat because I played harmonica, and I'll
Yeah.
ruin a
You need those lungs, yeah.
$30 harmonica by eating.
getting
on
some meat in there or
stage
something.
before. So,
But if you're
make sure you brush your teeth.
if you're playing that kind of instruments where you need your lungs pretty much, right? Then you can't be eating anything like that. There's no
Not
way. Or
really.
even when you're singing these
Especially,
incredible notes that you hit. I mean, you don't want to be
You
in
don't
there
want
with a
it
full
coming
stomach.
up in your mouth.
You
like,
don't. Yeah.
Oh, I threw up a little.
It's okay. That's all what it is.
You know what I mean? I remember I was singing Barracuda that happened once.
Oh, during
Like,
what
oh
part of
my
the song?
God. I don't even remember. But, it's so true. But, one thing is true is the milk. Like, milk before your gig singing is going to suck because you're going to have,
Yeah.
your vocal cords sticking together. And probably eating right up to is probably not good. You actually perform better if you don't.
Yeah, I figured, yeah.
I had all kinds of things though back in the day that I would do. I was a whole ritual person, like you know what I mean.
Superstition.
So bring us in. Bring us into the
Everything.
ritual.
Water all day long. Don't eat at all day long.
Warm
Only
temperature,
warm water,
room temperature water. What are we doing
warm
here?
water on stage.
Okay, did that help out, or because I heard
yeah.
that's what does it?
It does, and I never drank beer or anything like that
Yeah, you
because of
can't
the
do that.
foam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's see, what else? I never smoked cigarettes. So, and still have never smoked cigarettes.
All right. Sometimes they say that helps, get your voice a little bit more raspy, right?
Yeah, that's
Is that
crazy.
true? What do you think? Or
Yeah,
that's
but you don't want to
your health.
develop raspi that way. You know what I mean? Whiskey's better.
Hey, I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah.
That's how I did it. I'm not going to lie. I don't lie to my students either. I tell them the truth, even they're 5. Well, honey,
What about
it's
like
whiskey.
Never smoke.
whiskey? Yeah.
But whiskey's okay.
Whiskey's all right.
whiskey's
Yeah, that
okay.
was all right. What about like what is it? Is it a throat coat? I think it's called.
I love that stuff.
Is that helpful for someone that's going to
Maybe.
perform live?
Okay, so like if you have to perform live and you're sick, then yeah. Like
if you're sick, okay.
hot tea with honey all the way up to, like, I would say that much honey and that much tea, like, because the honey coats your throat.
Yeah.
And that'll get you through about 3 songs at a time. And then you'll need another honey shot. You know what I mean?
Interesting. All right.
Over enunciate your lips and your tongue, and that'll pull the blood flow to the front of the face, and then that'll take it out of the throat. That's just little tricks that you can do if you're sick. and
I
you
like
have
that
to-
you said
to
that
say.
too. Yeah.
And also falsetto instead of belting. Better hit the note in key and falsetto than belt out and crack and sound like crap, right?
Yeah.
So just over the years, you just kind of learn what I call like survival skills on stage.
That's
when,
very
when you feel like
interesting,
a
yeah.
voice is about to crack, squeeze your butt cheeks together.
That works, huh?
Yeah.
You try that right now.
Squeeze your butt cheeks together. Push out your belly button right when you feel like your butt.
Push out your belly
Yeah,
button.
because here's your diaphragm. Here's your note you're trying to hold. Yeah. And you squeeze your butt cheeks
Or
and
so-
push your belly against that, and that's literally supporting the voice.
So I can sound like that if I squeeze my butt cheeks and tighten on my
Let's hear
stomach
it,
a little.
let's hear it.
I don't have that much ass, you know what I mean?
Let's
I don't think there's much back there.
I told a little girl one time, okay, now squeeze your butt cheeks. And her mom's cracking up. I'm like, what is she laughing at? The little girl was squeezing her butt cheeks with her hands.
Oh, man. How cute is that, though?
I'm like, no, that's not what I mean. I told another little girl one time, okay, now throw your voice over your head, like, and she threw her voice in her head into the floor.
Oh, she literally did. I think she did it.
No,
You got to be careful with your words now.
that's not what I meant.
I don't want you to get hurt,
I've become an expert voice coach after 25 years. Oh, that doesn't work. I won't say that again.
So after you're done performing, right? Because you do 2-3 hours. You even said 4 hours then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's the first meal you have after that? Because that's a workout. You're on stage. You're sweating at this point,
Yeah,
right?
I'm hungry. 'Cause
Yeah, and
usually
you're
I don't
hungry. You
eat
do,
after-
yeah.
It depends on where I booked my gig. So I don't drink. So I just
right.
book by who's got the best chefs in town. I'm like, I don't know. What do they make?
I'll be there.
What do they make? What are they going to feed me?
What's the perfect
Depends
meal?
on restaurant.
All right.
After a gig?
Yeah, after a gig, because I get it. You're up there. You're
I'll just
hungry
tell
already.
you each restaurant. So if you're at the Poorhouse, it's that deconstructed pot pie thing they have. They have this pot pie. It's a
Pot
chicken
pie,
pot
huh?
pie.
Oh, all
But
right.
it's deconstructed, which I'm not sure what that
Well,
means.
yeah, what is that? I was gonna. Yeah,
I
was
think
just
it's
gonna
the crust is on the inside.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The crust didn't work, so they just mixed it all up.
yeah.
They just
It's a
dumped it
mixture.
out of the foil tin and went,
Here you go,
that
ready.
is so good.
But it's still good then, huh?
Usually, though, steak. Because,
Ooh, a nice
if
steak.
they're going to give you a meal, right?
Yeah.
It's a single girl, like rules here. Order rare. So then when you go home and stick it in the microwave,
Ah, that's
you don't
smart.
have a hard as, you know what I mean? Then it's still
That is
sort
smart.
of medium rare.
Yeah.
But just the iron from having been up on the stage all night is what I'm thinking. The red meat,
That makes sense right there. All right, well, how do you eat your steak? You personally, how do you
Rare.
like your steak? Rare? You want to see some blood in there? And
Yeah.
everything? You see, I've tried it. I couldn't swallow it. It was just too much. I like
Really?
mine's medium rare.
You have to
Just
try
a
it
little
without
bit.
looking at it first. The
I
first
tried.
time you got to go and
It's-
you're like, oh, this is juicy.
It's-
And then
oh,
open your
man.
eyes and you're like, oh. It grosses me out to see
Yeah.
a steak that's all brown. That
Oh,
grosses
okay, yeah,
me out
that's
as
too much. Yeah.
To see that.
Yeah. But I can't do rare. It just bubbles up. You know what I mean? It's too thick. The meat
I
starts
like
bubbling
kind of
up.
like between rare and medium rare.
You see, I'm medium rare.
Yeah.
That's
perfect.
perfect.
If they can get it that way.
Yeah,
That's
if they
perfect.
can. Yeah. Ian, how are you eating steak?
I'm a medium rare.
Medium
I
rare.
I
All right.
appreciate a good rare steak
You could taste
if it's the right
flavor.
cut.
Yeah.
and,
Exactly.
yeah.
If it's not all gristly and gross. So if you
Yeah.
got a lean,
Yeah.
like filet or New York
Yeah.
strip.
Oh, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
I'm a steak snob too. Like I
Oh
won't
man,
eat like
I could have me a good steak.
yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good with a baked potato and everything. Oh,
Yummy.
man, that sounds pretty good. Cadillac, how do you having steak, man?
Well done.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's why he's not on camera today. Boo that man.
Put some ketchup on it.
Some ketchup on it. That's hilarious. What's your writing process like? Are you doing like pen and paper now? Or are you on the phone now? Like, how does Deedra Patrick write her music?
Whatever's in front of me. Well, I was thinking because I watched you ask that question to someone earlier, and I said, if he asked me, the truth is, it's on junk mail.
Everything just piles up
I should
there.
write an album that's called Junk Mail.
There you go. Hit all the hits.
It's like things pop in your head, you don't know where you're at. And so but I did figure out my Walmart phone right here has a notes section. Whoa.
Walmart phone.
Yes.
Oh, what
My
is
Walmart
it?
special.
What connection is it? Hey,
So
you'll
I
get
got
that
a
joke.
bunch
If you
of
listen
stuff.
to the first half of the show, you'll get that joke. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I write little songs in there, or mostly I record them because usually when the hook comes to me, also the song. So I'll go over to
Yeah,
the piano and
okay.
record the hook. Do you know why I wrote Good Day? Okay, do you remember when you came to my house and I was trying to write Gold Inside? Remember?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
remember?
okay,
I
yeah.
think you're the only person I ever let hear me actually while I was writing. So I was writing that song and it kept pissing me off because remember I couldn't decide what turnaround chord I wanted to put. You probably remember any of this before the hook at the end of the chorus.
Right.
So I couldn't figure it out. So the next day I woke up, Matthew was down the hallway there sleeping, and I was like, I need to write like a 3-chord simple song. Cause all these songs I was trying to be sophisticated with them and give them cool bridges and whatever. And I was like, I need a song that's just like ABC, that's it. And so I pulled up a video on YouTube that said how to write a song in F major. I was like, that sounds pretty easy.
Right.
And so it gave me these 3 chords, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like, and it didn't even the chorus. It wasn't the chorus. I was looking down at Matthew's hall, and I was going, "Wake up, man! I've been looking at my hand. watching time go by. And I'm like, ooh. And then I'm like, it's gonna be a good day. And all I did was write the first verse and the chorus. And then I sent it to Chris Neufeld, and I go, Chris, I was really embarrassed to send it to Chris's brain. And I go, Chris, do you like this song? He goes, I love it. I'm all, really? So then I just sent him back that particular song. I wrote the second verse, and a lot of times with our songs, so I would write the chords and stuff, and then I would just send it back and say intro, verse, chorus. Let's put a break here, bridge here, chorus out, la 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 la. And that's how that song was written so quickly.
That's the whole song pretty much.
That's the whole song.
You know what I mean? You make it sound simple, but yeah, I mean, that's dope right there.
Those are the best ones that just kind of appear out of the ether, and then you get obsessed with finishing it, and then you just want to like set it aside until you can, get it recorded
the way you want. I have a million songs like that, like in my phone here in Dropbox. I've got, thousands of songs that I record in the hook and on the piano. And I've got some songs that I got pretty far in the arrangement on them and just didn't put them on the last album. But the way that I write usually is the hook will come into my head, or maybe there's something a movie I'm watching, and maybe one of the characters said something really cool, like 3 words that you're like, whoa. Well, or like 700 Marines. The reason I wrote that song was because I must have been the only one, by the way, watching the news that day. I don't know why. Nobody knows this story, okay? But,
which we're going to get to hear that song here later. It's on my list.
Oh, you are? Should I say my story?
Oh, yeah. Just I have one last question before we get into the music. And yes, we are going to get back to that story right there. So tell me about the first time you heard your voice on a microphone, because it's different when you're singing by yourself, but when you're in a studio, now you have a microphone, headphones, and you listen to it. Did you like your voice, or were you like, I do not sound that way?
I've never liked my voice.
Really?
Because
That's
of
incredible.
the vibrato. So that is not something that I fake or try to have. It's something my entire musical career I've tried to sing clean, more like Sheryl Crow. But anyway, Roger Spanky had a little studio in it was 1983, and it was off of Chester and California Avenue. There was a little studio that he used to have, and that's Teddy Spanky and Teresa. It's their brother, their older brother. So when I was going to BC, I went in there and I paid money to this guy to sing a song, which was Nobody Does It Better. Nobody does it better. That song. And so I went in and I recorded that, and he loved my voice. I hated it because I sounded so operatic. So that's what I've always hated about my voice, because I had such classical training. Then when I got into rock, it was hard to not sound like an opera singer. It'd be like, hit me with your best shot, fire away. It's like, what in the hell was that? And so that was difficult. But so that was always hard for me to really believe that I could sing, because I sounded so different from everybody. I did. I just had a weird voice. And I'd hear that all the time, or I'd hear, you sound like a boy.
Really? Wow.
Because I had such a low voice back then.
All right.
But anyway, I'll tell you, all these years until I got in the studio with Parisi, and I was recording Gold Inside, and I've known him for a while, so I didn't want anyone in Bakersfield to know I was recording my album, so I hid for a year, okay? That's how that went down, and that's why I used out-of-town musicians, too. I didn't want anyone to know I was recording the album. Remember when I told you, I'm like, okay, you're the only one who knows I'm recording it.
Don't say anything.
That just went over my head, but...
Yeah. If anyone finds out, I'm going to
told me.
So I just didn't want anybody influencing me. I have so many great musician friends. I didn't want anyone's influence. I wanted to see what I could do alone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you on that. Yeah.
What did I sound like? Just me, the weird ideas in my head. What were those things? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Chris and I developed such a great communication over that album, of how we communicated back and forth with it. But anyway...
That's a great collaboration, by the way.
And Chris,
very good, yeah.
Chris can be, brutal from the standpoint of whether he likes your song or not, or
right.
But he always has good input, and
I love that though. I
Yeah,
can't
you gotta have that,
stand
though.
People that always
Yes,
tell you
yes,
you're
ma'am.
so good.
Yeah.
You sound good. I love that about Chris, and it never hurts my feelings. I don't
Yeah.
get my feelings hurt if people don't like a song on my album. Or it just does not hurt my feelings. Other things hurt my feelings, but that kind of stuff is like.
Yeah, you need to hear that sometimes, right? Because that
like
betters
if
you
I'm-
too.
It does make you better.
Yeah.
And I don't care how good you are or who you are, whatever your gift is or whatever, there's always room to get better at it. There's always something else to learn about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Even if it's reaching the point of knowing now it's time to let go of everything you ever learned. That's a stage too.
It's a hard one, yeah.
Of letting go of it all. That's probably
Yeah,
what I
you're
did
right.
in my 50s when I said, I don't care. I don't care. No.
I'm not here to impress anybody.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, hey, shout out to Chris Dufa for real. I mean, that album is incredible too. His
you.
album. I hope I can get him
Oh,
on the
yeah.
show eventually because I want to talk to him about that album.
I almost made him jump in the car because I
You
dropped
should
off my
have.
son.
You should
He was
have.
right by his house, and I was thinking, I wonder what Chris is doing. I should
Oh
just
yeah, that'll be
you
awesome.
should get him on here. For
I
his
want to.
album.
I really do want to. I want to break down that album. I mean, it's incredible. I heard you did the album cover, by the way.
I did.
Was that you? That's awesome, right there. Great. I'm a big fan of album covers. You know,
Are
that
you?
that album is one of those that just pops out. It just gets you ready for what's in that album. You know, it's
I
incredible.
hope that, like, I didn't want to influence him. You know what I mean? So he was talking about his album cover, and I kept thinking, dude, I just painted you a whole freaking painting that looks like an album cover. But I didn't want to like tell him. So I didn't say. I just kept waiting around, and then he's like, "Well, how about?" I go, "Well, how about this?" And I just sent him the thing, and he did some kind of stuff to it and sent it back, and we are honest with each other. I was like, "No."
You just messed up my picture.
I said, if you're gonna use my painting, you have to let me like do it, and then you can
Yeah.
do the graphics on it. So the words like Chris Neufeld, abnormal, where he put that on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
That's all you gave him. You did the rest of the, which is a lot. There's a lot going on in that
I
cover.
painted the whole painting.
That's awesome
It's
right
a
there.
painting that I made for him that took me over a year, and it's an acrylic painting that I gave to him
It's a birthday
for
present.
his
Yeah.
birthday.
Yeah. I saw a clip you guys posted of that. That is
We
dope.
totally
right there.
tricked him. The whole city, nobody told Chris that he was having a surprise birthday party. And so I
Nice.
got everybody to come, right? And he was turning 40, and he kept saying stuff like on Facebook, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing for my birthday. And no one gave it away.
No one said anything,
one.
which is great. Yeah.
So he's up on stage, and all these people start coming in that normally don't come to our gigs, and he was like, "Oh, huh." And they'd come up and go, "Happy birthday," and they'd go sit down. And so I think when Monty Byram came in, he knew, okay, something's up. Monty's coming. So something's up. But it was really cute. He went down to my sister and he goes, "Okay, it's my birthday party."
Oh, he figured it out eventually. Yeah.
I get it.
That is so cool right there. What a great way to celebrate a birthday right there.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome right here. How about we listen to some of your music?
All right.
You down for that? Don't forget that Deedra Patrick's catalog is available on all streaming platforms. Go ahead and check it out. So the first song I got over here is Mystical Angel. What can you tell me about this wonderful track right here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going back a little bit.
I wrote this song in 1992 while I was driving over the grapevine, actually coming to Arvin for my mom's funeral. So I wrote this for my mother. And
It's beautiful.
see this line here? Right here, I'm going to tell you something. Through the mountains we traveled far. So it's just talking about going through the grapevine back and forth to her chemo treatments. And at that time, they had those yellow umbrellas on the mountain. I used to call it Mai Tai Mountain. I was like, what? Anyways, we would drive back and forth through the mountain during that display, and I just wrote this song for her. She was only 42 when she died. So and I took care of her when she was in Los Angeles. And so I wrote this song with Joey Hanko, who's the rhythm guitarist that plays on one of my songs on Golden Side. He plays on one of them.
Such a beautiful song right here. Once again, this is like one of these emotional songs as well, you know.
This was recorded in 1992. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that you did record a couple of songs years ago, but then you re-recorded them. I'll get to one of them here in a bit. Is it hard to hold on to like music like this till you release them?
Yeah, it is. I have so many songs right now that I want to release, but you know, there's so much involved in that with
Yeah.
money and time. And
Oh
this and
yeah,
that.
most definitely.
But this song, though, we never released this version. We released the full band version that we did. And the guy who engineered this was Christian Nesmith. He's one of my best friends. And his dad was in the Monkees.
Ah,
His
all right.
dad was Mike Nesmith.
Ah,
Their grandma invented liquid paper.
Yeah, yeah.
liquid paper, huh? That's pretty
that
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you can learn that on the internet. You know, every few weeks it'll pop up.
It
But,
does?
Yeah.
Liquid paper.
Can you
huh?
imagine that being your grandma? Like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
That's my grandma right there.
Yeah, would have been nice.
That's
My
dope
grandma
right there.
invented liquid paper.
Yeah. That's something to be proud of right there, though.
They have those overly done AI posts on the internet now where you have to read through, 5 pages
Yeah, I
of
know.
stuff.
What the hell?
And where they're talking about historical people,
Uh-huh.
and it's written overly wordy, like
Right. You know it's AI.
yeah.
My son said to me the other day, AI can't write, Matthew. I go, yes, they can write. I'm all they write. I'm all it writes, because I ask AI something about my blue hair or whatever. Matthew says to me, my son has autism. He goes, next time, ask me, not the robot.
Yeah, it sounds like my son right there.
I was like, oh. And then he wouldn't let the doctor at the doctor's office record his phone with, the doctor goes, I have this new thing, and it'll record you talking and make notes in the computer. Matthew starts going off about Google then is going to know what you say about me, but the doctor goes, it's all right.
It's out there
It's
now.
all right.
I don't have to use it. I was like, oh.
That's so cool right there. Let's get into the album Gold Inside. At what point did you start getting songs ready for this album right here?
For that album, I already had some songs that I had written back like in 2012, like Shoulder to Cry On.
Yeah, yeah.
And She Can't Fill My Shoes. I had
Yeah.
written those with Craig Garrison.
All right.
And then I had written When the Rain Came Down
That's one of them, yeah.
many years ago.
That's like in 2010, I believe. Something like that. 2009?
That was about that song. I wrote about my car accident I was in with my band. So I was on tour with the
okay.
band in 1994, and it was a band I met through Music Connection, the magazine. My band was in New York, and so I needed to do something. So I figured I would go on tour with this cover band.
Here, I'll play it in the background while you're telling me this story.
Oh,
This
okay.
is such a beautiful song right here.
Which one is it?
When the rain
Okay.
came down, yeah.
So what it's talking about is I was on tour with this band called Lickety Split, and we'd been on the road for about 12 hours, and it was about around midnight because we were on our way from Coos Bay, Oregon to we were on our way from somewhere in Montana, I don't know, to Coos Bay, Oregon, and we went head on into a building. So it was late, and we had just stopped at the grocery store to fill up the van with stuff to go to the house that they had rented for us, the band, right? And so we went head on into this building, and I broke 9 ribs. I really crushed my rib cage on the right side, and I couldn't walk for a couple of years. So
Yeah, that takes time to heal,
It
yeah.
ended my career. And so at that time, that night before that car accident, I was on the phone. I remember being in the bar and on the phone with Tori, that's Joey, who was in New York, and he was telling me that he was negotiating for us. Our band was Detour Gray with Geffen Records. And that would I want to do that, right? I was only on the tour with the cover band because that's what I did for a living. So I was touring with the cover band while my original band was in New York. So that was that morning, and then that night we got in that car accident. And so I woke up, I was in a coma for a little bit, and then when I woke up, I had to stay in the hospital there in Oregon. So it was in Mapleton, Oregon, but the hospital was in Florence. And that's how I ended up back here in Bakersfield. So I came back to Bakersfield and lived with family while I recovered. And because of the injuries I had, after I was recovered, me and my fiance got pregnant and had a baby, and my son died. So all of
I'm
this,
sorry to hear that.
and that was because of the injuries from my car accident. So,
Yeah.
and that's also why my son now has cerebral palsy. It's for the injuries from my car accident, just with carrying a child to term. And so this song is just written about that night, how it was raining and had been around the world. And I mean, I was signing with Geffen, and then suddenly it was just over. Well, the hardest part of that was that my whole identity was Deedra the singer, to suddenly I couldn't sing anymore. I couldn't talk, I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. And so, and then when my son died, I didn't want to do anything. And so it wasn't until I met Chris Neufeld at an autism conference. He was playing piano with his parents, and I was like, oh, I could give you singing lessons, because I'm vendored through the county to work with people with head injuries and disabilities, right? And so I could give you singing. I didn't know he's a genius. They were probably like, how about it? We'll give you lessons, right? Yeah. But I was like, then we hit it off, and that was in 2010, and he started coming to my house, and he's the reason I started playing again in a band, was because
nice.
I met him, and he was so good. I'll be honest, I never thought I would, even at that time, it wasn't in my mind to be playing in Bakersfield, in the bars, doing covers. I mean, I'm not going to lie about that. That took me a bit of retraining my brain to that's okay. It's not stepping back. I know all that now. I'm also very honest. But at the time, it felt like, what the hell? And so we got the band, the Swamp Cats, together, and we started writing songs and doing originals. I mean, and doing covers. But the covers were swampy, they were kind of obscure blues stuff and jazzy kind of stuff. And that band was doing pretty good. We did pretty good, but as in a city like LA, when you go there and you get in an all-original band, you're probably going to meet people that have moved there and dedicated their life also to making that. When you're in a city like in Bakersfield and you're choosing your best musician friends and whatever, it doesn't mean that they want to be or even understand what that means, an all-original band and having that career, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there's no right way or wrong way, in my opinion, at all. Like, I've learned so much over all these years. There's no right or wrong. Do whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's why I wrote this song, and that's why when I did my album Gold Inside, in my mind I needed to go back to that time when my car accident happened and everything was taken from me, and I felt like there was so much I wanted to say in that album about what I had learned and what losing my career and losing my son and all of that. I wanted to say it in an album, and I wanted to be as raw with my lyrics as I could be. Like, I wanted to say what I couldn't say publicly to anybody. I wanted to put it in my songs, and so
I like that right there. Yeah,
you know, that's what that was, and that's why.
Well, what a story!
You know?
I've seen you do an interview. Chris was there also. You told this story a couple years ago. I was like, wow, this is an incredible story. You know, to make it that big and then just to be taken away just like that.
Just like that. And
that's.
I don't think I'd be alive now had I not had that happen then. I was pretty wild. Like, and I don't mean wild meaning I did drugs and stuff. Yeah. Just really you know, I would have...
Out of your mind type shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I felt like you weren't alive if you weren't on the edge of doing something. That's how I always felt. So I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, of course. It's all in God's time pretty much, you know. When the rain comes down, is this a re-recording? Because I've heard this song on Spotify. There's like a different version of it. It's almost the same.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah,
No, this is just a learning lesson for artists out there.
All right,
Here's what
let's
happened.
go.
So it seems like, especially to the indie world, around the world, to my fans that I have around the world, they think I'm a brand new artist, okay? The reason is because you can't go online and find my music. And the reason for that is because the producer, when he died, his wife took all my music down.
Oh, okay.
So his name was Rick Gerard, and he produced Jefferson Airplane's album, Surrealistic Pillow. He did a lot for Jose Feliciano, which is why I did Jose's last English album. And I produced those vocals and wrote all those vocal parts, the whole thing.
Incredible vocalist too. Guitar player, yeah.
Thank you. Oh man, he's amazing.
He's crazy, yeah.
But so Rick, when he died, those songs weren't grandfathered, like they weren't put up there as legend accounts. So of course Jose's stuff's not going to come down, or like, you know, all these other big artists he worked with, but little old me, it came down, and she didn't even tell me that she was going to do that. Just one day, how I found out is I got ready to distribute Gold Inside. And when I went into the back office for Apple and all of those places, it said that my music was not there. There was no content, but it still had the list of all the songs. So, but if a fan clicked it, it would just say content not available.
Yeah.
So it would look really weird. So it took a while, and everybody was really helpful with Apple Music and all the places, Spotify. They were all very helpful. Yeah, but they were nice. And I used TuneCore, the Pro version. So it's $50 a year, but you get one-on-one people to help you through everything.
Yep.
And so anyway, that's why all my music was wiped off. So When the Rain Came Down was on an album that I did with him, which was a Christian album. It was called Love One Another, Godspeed. And When the Rain Came Down was on that, and it was a Christian version of the song. And so, anyway, that's probably how you heard it. And it was out before. We wrote it, I wrote that song a long time ago, and then one of our friends, Orion, the guy who does the Blues Festival, his girlfriend at the time got killed, and so Chris made a tribute video to her and put that song, my old recording. Oh, that was the Swamp Cats recording, actually. That was the Swamp Cats. We recorded that song, Chasing the Rabbit, and maybe only those two. I don't know.
Both versions sound really good, though. Yeah. Both sound really good, by the way. I was like, wow. I was trying to find the differences. Yeah, okay.
They were too high. I was like, down. Like, I could never do Mystical Angel now. That note at the end of that song. I'm
when
like,
you go, you're way up there.
It is high. I think that's like a high C or something.
That's where your opera skills come into play then, right? Because that note is crazy. I heard it. I had to rewind. I was like, whoa, this is insane. That's dope right there.
Yeah, I can't do it live. I've never performed that live.
Oh,
and I'm not going to
that'll
lower
clear
the
your throat,
because that's the song.
It's not going to sound the same.
No, it won't sound the same.
Let's talk about the note. All right, this is another great song right here. What can you tell me about this wonderful track right here?
Well, the bridge part at the end is what came to me. I don't remember what I was watching, but there was some 70s song that popped in my head while I was watching TV, and I can't remember what it was, but it was the coolest chorus. And during that, then this hook that's at the end that became the bridge of this song. At the time, I thought it was the chorus. It just came to my head. And then also, I wanted to write a song that was really bass heavy, because the bass player that I used, my friend Les July, he lives in New York, he is, such a good bass player. He plays guitar on the whole album. He plays rhythm guitar, lead guitar, and bass.
Oh, wow.
And I just wanted him to show off his bass. So I went over to the piano, and I put it as low as I could, and just tried to write a really bass-heavy type song, right? But this song, I sent it to Chris to show him, and he sent it back to me completely rearranged.
Oh, no.
Like, what the hell is that, right? That's my chorus.
Yeah.
But I've learned with Chris, because in the beginning with my album, he would do that on a couple of things, and I'd send back and go, yeah, no, that ain't what I did. And what Chris does is he just doesn't respond to me, because we've gotten to where we know each other, right? So then a few days will pass, and then I'm like, all right, I'll hit play again. So this part is not going to come right here, but the note. I loved that part. That's what came to my head when I wrote it. So I thought that was the chorus, but he ended up making it the bridge. And it didn't bother me at all.
Okay.
But he did arrange this song differently.
It did blend well, too, yeah.
I never ask him. I'll send him the song the way I wrote it with the arrangement, and every once in a while he'll send it something different back. But when Chris does that, it's usually something brilliant.
Yeah, you can't say anything bad.
But I did have to train myself to allow, Gold Inside, he changed a couple of things in that arrangement, and that song, it probably took me a month before I listened again and said, okay. Because it was just, I took so long to write it, and it was just how I thought I wanted it, and it was just a couple of things, but man, it was brilliant what he did.
Is it difficult to have one of your babies like this that you put your heart and soul into and have somebody just chop it up and move it around? I mean, because you put everything into your music,
Yeah, I mean,
into each track.
literally, I've thought about every breath, every word where I put it, everything before I send it. No, I mean, at first, yes, because there were a couple times where it irritated me, and I thought, that is not what I said to do. And then we got this flow going, and as I listened to the arrangements or the changes he made, they were better. And so, I mean, to me, I'm the kind of person like that. I can't stand meeting someone in the industry who's so experienced and been in it so long that they want to wear all the hats for you right then.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to be able to be like, okay, yeah, but you know what? Like Chris, you know, you're better at that than me, and that's better than what I did. So that's what it's about. So let's do
trusting
that.
them, yeah.
You know what I mean? If it was something that I didn't want, it was usually just semantics. Maybe I explained something about the meaning differently, and then I would re-explain it and be like, oh, yeah, okay. But this song, he just changed that part right there, that yeah. I loved that part, and I thought it was the chorus, but it ended up being where it is. And then this, well, I mean, I wrote that.
That sounds great.
Oh, it's so funny. As a girl, sometimes, like, and I could say it's unique to Bakersfield, but I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Say it.
But dude, like, I'm constantly having, did I tell you? I don't know. I think I was telling Brian Boozer, I go, I am going to make a t-shirt that says, I fucking wrote this.
There you go. You should.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't see me playing the piano. Well, you do. I do put stuff up on Facebook of me playing the piano when I write stuff and recording. But as a songwriter, you got to know that is the songwriter version. That's the songwriter version. I'm not the fancy piano player. I'm not the fancy guitar player. Why would I be when I have friends who are?
Yeah, there you go, really.
But I always tell people, why would I play keyboard when I have Chris Newfield, who's one of the best keyboardists in the world, right?
Most definitely, yeah.
But it sticks in my head because Rick Gerard, who was my manager forever, he said to me one time, Deedra, you shouldn't play keyboard for yourself if you can't play keyboard as good as you can sing. Now, he probably should have never said that to me, because always you're growing this way, right?
Yeah.
So as I get better at keyboards, I'm getting better at singing. I'm never going to be as good on the piano as I am at singing. And so that gave me a big complex. And then Chris said to me one time, you shouldn't do that.
Wow. Okay.
But in his
That is
defense,
funny.
when I first started writing songs with Chris, with the Swamp Cats, I didn't write them on the piano. I would write them all in my head, the whole melody, and then it goes, you know, like I'm thinking I'm Michael Jackson or something. And then I would send them to Chris, and he would comp the chords and stuff around me doing that.
Oh, wow. Check that
He's
out.
brilliant.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely,
They weren't right. I never could put my finger on wasn't right about it. And nothing against him. I mean, what would you do? Someone's just sending you something they're singing to.
Yeah.
So it wasn't what I was in my head with. So during the pandemic, that's when I had time. Before the pandemic, I was probably performing about 6 times a month. And then when that suddenly stopped, I thought, well, I guess I'll start playing the piano more. Because I quit playing when I got I always played in my band in LA, but when I played with Chris and I met him, I literally just quit playing piano.
Yeah.
And so, that's how good
did he
it is.
learn?
You're like, oh, I've never. Yeah, so then on my Golden side, by then I'd written all the music for those songs, and that's why that album, I'm proud of it, and
It's a great
came
album.
out how I wanted it to come out.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I wrote a song on Chris's album too.
Yeah.
I like. It's a song I wrote, and when he sang it, I just started crying because it just sounded so different.
Oh, there's some songs in that album.
I wrote, and I sent it to him for me to do, but it was one of those ones that maybe a year later, he goes through stuff I send him sometimes a year later.
Yes.
So I love it. He sends me this and says, hey, I was working with that one song that you wrote, and and it's all completely different than the way I wrote it. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
My idea was better.
And then I just started crying because here I sent him a thing, goes, Chris, I don't want to do this. And why not? Like, I want you to do it. And that took a lot of convincing. He didn't want to do it because he didn't write it. So he wanted his whole album to be everything he wrote. But I let the part of that song out empty, the bridge. And so he wrote the vocal part through the bridge of that song.
Now, which song is that?
I don't know why it's not on my head right now, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
Pull it up right now.
It's
I mean, I was so excited when I heard he was doing his own music because he's he's a hard guy to get to know and
Yeah.
I mean he always comes up with the right part just in the last minute. I mean it's just natural with him.
here it is. Nobody is listening.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
That song.
that's
So
beautiful song too.
It's like Christmas. It's like having a human AI machine. You know, like I guess I have never done this yet because you know how I feel about AI.
Yeah.
But I guess you could go into those apps and just type in what you want it to do, like or sound like or
Yeah.
feel like, and maybe you could even type in, "Hey, I want a gospel-y blues song in D minor, and I want it to be about blah 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 blah," and it pops up. That's Chris. He's like a human AI thing.
Yeah.
I can send him and go, yeah, this needs to be happy and it needs to be this. And then I just wait to see, okay, you know that song we did, the Christmas song?
Right.
Okay. The bridge of that song, I thought, well, I wrote the whole song. And I thought, well, I'd like to have Chris feel like he's got some kind of contribution to the writing of this song. So on the bridge, I sent it to him and I said, why don't you write the vocal part for the bridge right here? And I told him what I wanted it to do. He said, okay. He sent it back to me like a week or two later, and it's this fa la 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 fa la la. It was brilliant. It was not what I said to do.
That is incredible.
And it's so exciting because it's fun because I don't like doing everything alone. It's fun having a partner to go,
Yeah,
hey,
oh, yeah.
what do you think? You know, that's how you get those unique sounds. But
Yeah, exactly right there. Let's talk about "She Can't Fill My Shoes," which is another great track over here.
Fill my shoes.
What's the story behind this one right here?
Well, this song, actually, I only wrote like 2 lines.
Really? Okay.
From what I can remember, I was like listening to it the other day, and I'm like, did I write more than that? I don't think I did. Craig Garrison wrote this. So he
nice.
wrote it. And if you listen to the words, it sounds kind of strange because it's a man who wrote it.
Yeah.
But he's saying, he can't fill my shoes.
Yeah.
And so there was one line in the 3rd verse that was something about having sex or something. I didn't like that line. It made me embarrassed to sing it or something. So I changed that one line and maybe a couple of other things.
Just to clean it up a little bit, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Otherwise,
get it.
It's just all Craig, really. He just gave me half the songwriting. But I don't recall. Like, if it were fair, I would say that's probably 20%,
nice.
maybe 10% me. That's it.
It's a really good song, though. I mean, yeah, you got down on this song right here.
Yeah, I like it.
So that you got songwriter credit for those 2 lines you said.
Yeah,
It counts, right?
Hey. And he's a pro songwriter, so he knows how all that stuff works.
Oh, okay,
And,
there you go.
He knows you only get 0.002% of a penny anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna ruin a friendship over a
Exactly.
penny that's broken in half.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but this whole album is incredible. There's just so much story behind it. Another song that I really do like is title track "Golden Side." I really do love the live version of it, though.
I do
This
too. I
is
love the
really
live
good.
version.
I'm gonna play it in the background right here. Once again, you could feel the emotion in your voice right here.
It was
This is
something
wonderful.
because I don't know how to explain this, but that right there is me and Chris playing that song together for the first time, like ever,
really wow.
live. I hadn't seen him in about at least 6 to 8 months because all our stuff we'd been doing was just back and forth online, right? And we booked this thing with, oh my God, my brain's gone blank. The guy, no, Bakersfield Backstage.
Bakersfield Backstage.
Oh, I can't think of his name. I'm so sorry.
You mean Reggie?
No,
not Reggie.
No. Oh,
We'll edit that out.
I'll try to remember his name. I'll remember in a minute.
I mean, come on, you do it with a lot of musicians and people, so yeah,
All the time.
it happens.
But he recorded us, and Chris and I hadn't seen each other, and nobody knew we were doing the album. And the guy that had us coming in he's a guitarist around town. He plays in Hot Mess Express. I don't know why I can't think of his name. He's the guitarist, and he owns the guitar lessons. He does guitar lessons. Well, anyway.
Okay.
So what's cool about this is it's such a testament to Chris and I, how tight we are together. Like just listening to it, and literally I had never sang it live. I hadn't even recorded it yet. This was just us.
Oh, wow.
We hadn't even laid it down in the studio yet. So, and I love the song. I like the
it's a
lyrics.
beautiful song, yeah.
The lyrics are talking about how, well, I was watching TV. Apparently that's my biggest influence. And this skit came on, this story about the golden Buddha, and how there was this golden Buddha that had been, this village worshipped this golden Buddha. But they didn't want the other villagers across the way to steal their golden Buddha, so they covered the whole golden Buddha up with debris and different things. And then one day there was a little kid messing around with it, and he accidentally chipped off a piece and saw that there was gold inside. And all this time, so many years had passed, generations, that the villagers forgot that this Buddha was gold inside. And so they started chipping away at it and found. And it just struck me how they were trying to protect this golden Buddha. So they covered it all up with all this stuff, so everybody forgot how special it was in the first place, because they had covered the whole thing up to protect how special it was. And so I think in life, all your broken pieces and the thing, they're like a mosaic. And and that's the gold inside of you. Or like Japanese art, like how ceramics where it'll crack and they fill it with gold.
Kintsugi.
And so that's how that song came to me.
Beautiful.
I don't know what I was. Oh, it was a philosopher. I was watching this thing on YouTube about this philosopher, whole documentary on him, and that's how they started it out. Was this skit? It was like an animated little story about the Golden Buddha, which is a popular story.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what that is about.
That's incredible right there. Your voice is so powerful in this
Thank
track
you.
right here. Beautiful.
I was going to say that's the idea for the video right there.
Of the video, I wish I could ever have money to make a video. I don't have any video. I mean, I have videos, but they're like live videos like lyric videos.
Well, I'm saying like the AI ones where if you give it just the right
No, don't do that.
I'm not doing that.
You don't want to ruin this beautiful song with some AI footage. Come on, man. This is a beautiful song right here. And so we're going to take a sidetrack right here. Both of you collaborated on a song for the Wandering Cane album, right? Which is Walking on Water. You forgot about this song already, right?
Already, yeah.
This is a sexy song. Well, that's right. I was at that entire awards ceremony, and they kept going, album of the year, album of the year. I never ever stood up.
Yeah.
I forgot I was on it. And then I got home. And I was like, oh, no shit. I could have got up there and got
You
the trophy
coulda.
for those guys.
Nobody
They
was
showed
there.
up and left because they didn't even know. You had a whole table.
I've heard that story already. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I didn't know that a nomination even happened. I mean,
Well-
I know, but
It was a little, it was nice. Well, what was really weird for me is that I won, what was it? Lifetime Achievement Award.
Lifetime Achievement. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they were supposed to give the guy announcing the awards little bios of people, but they didn't.
Yeah.
So all they said was, Deedra Patrick, Lifetime Achievement Award. So I walked up there kind of embarrassed, not knowing what to say, because they didn't say anything about me, and I can guarantee you maybe 5 people in that room even knew who I was.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to start telling them my accomplishments because I thought that would sound like I was bragging. So I didn't know what to do, so
I would like
Oh,
to thank
man.
so-and-so.
I just went up and went,
You're up there already.
thank you.
Yeah.
I felt so stupid.
Oh,
And then they did Album of the Year, and I kept thinking, man, that sounds familiar. That seems so familiar. And then finally, I Googled it while I was sitting there.
am I on this album?
And I popped up, you are on this album. I was like, oh my God, okay.
You should have gotten up there.
Sorry. I should have gotten
All
up
of
there.
them left.
And then she, I don't know, either
I put it on
DM'd me on Facebook,
Yeah.
and then I was going, oh wow.
Fidel
Would've been
called me
nice
at
to
like
know about
5
this.
a.m.
I won.
Did we win? I go, yeah. I used to work for Fidel.
Oh, okay.
Receptionist
That
for
is
the
it.
law offices in
That's
like
hilarious.
1983 to 89, something like that. Or wait, no, that's not true because I went to Pac Bell. I think I must have worked him before I went to work at Pacific Bell. So I was only 17 then. I must have been. I graduated early.
Nice. Pacific Bell, huh? I remember that.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope right there. Yeah, what did happen? I don't know why on my phone I have a picture of you, Fidel, holding the award. It's at Fidel's house. That's the day that you guys got it.
You have that picture.
I do.
Because I don't have that picture.
Oh, I'll send it to you guys. It's just
I don't even have the
on my
award.
it's just
I
on my
don't
photos.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have the award.
No, Fidel's got one, and
Well, there should only be one, right?
and Paul Curley has the band one.
Oh, Paul's in that picture too, by the way. Yeah, I'll send you that picture later.
Okay, yeah.
We missed the entire song. Okay, so you have Christmas is Calling You, which is a wonderful track over here. What can you tell me about this song right here?
This is fun because this is, well, first of all, that song gets played every day. It's not even
Nice.
Christmas.
That's been me for like the past 3 months.
That probably was.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Yeah.
That song, I remember writing that song, and it's minor, right? So when I was first writing it, I remember thinking this music is going to bother people because just the music didn't really sound Christmassy. to me.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't know how that song came to me. Sometimes I don't know if you're like this, a song will come to you and you write it and you didn't plan it, but it's good. I don't know. That's how that was in this song. I like it because it has local musicians. So it's Chris Neufeld on keyboards. Chris Neufeld programs the drums. And then Kyle Appleton
Hey, shout out to Kyle. Yeah, for real.
and Gary Rink. So Gary
Bass.
Kyle, yeah,
Kyle.
Chris, and me. I think that's it. Oh, do you know what? Hold on. Did I get anybody to come sing on this? I don't know. When it comes to the chorus, I'll remember.
No, I think you mentioned everybody on. I have the list right here. Yeah, you mentioned everybody.
Did I? And Good Day, though, I didn't tell you about Good Day. Has Glinda Robles, August.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't say it, yeah.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Doug Kirk, Nathan Wynn. There's 6 local singers on that song.
Wow, everybody in the background.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Right
They
there,
all
yeah.
did it for free, too.
Oh, that's even better. It sounds so much better that way.
I offered them all voice lessons in exchange. They
Yeah.
made them, though.
Why not? I mean, why not?
Well, come over. I'll help you do whatever you want.
Yeah, there you go. This is such a wonderful song right here. The next one that I'm really digging as well is I'm Not Whispering. What can you tell me about this song right here?
Okay, this was an interesting song. This
Yeah.
song I collaborated with a heavy metal prog rock guy from Canada.
From Canada, I looked them up, yeah.
Yeah. And so he sent me, as guitarists do, a 10-minute.
So this is Steve. This is Steve Clapp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He sent me a song and he said, hey, you want to write some lyrics and melody to this? And it just was he's amazing. But it was just so complicated. There was nowhere any breathing room for a vocal line or a melody. So I told myself, you know what, don't be insecure, just have confidence in what you think you're hearing. And I changed it all up and sent it to him and he liked it. He's such a sweet guy. That guy is so easygoing. He's probably one of those people that'll murder you in your sleep.
Yeah.
But he's like so sweet. He liked it. And the topic is about domestic violence. And the lyrics were hard for me to write. It's just because it's disjointed, sort of. As a songwriter, do you hear that? Like you've got this one portion, then that chorus, then it's gonna go back.
Changes, yeah.
So I like Chris's keyboard.
I love
that's
it. It's
crazy,
very
Yeah, I got
Chris.
Chris on it.
ELP. Very ELP.
Yeah. So when I heard this, I was like, Chris, dude, you should be in a metal band. Like, we should do a whole metal album.
Yeah. You got the voice for it. Actually sounds really good.
I had to. Oh, I think I started saying this earlier but didn't finish. When I started working with Parisi on this album, he kept encouraging me how much he liked my voice and to not fight the vibrato and to not try to change how I sounded. And I think working with him in the studio doing that is really what built my confidence up for my voice. You know what? Because I paid TuneCore. What you can pay like $20 or something, and all these people around the world will listen to your song and tell you what they think about it before you put it out. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, you get criticized for anything, right? Anything.
All these people were like, she's got too much vibrato. And of course, that's my pet peeve. So I'm like, I suck.
Oh, man.
Or like, she sounds country. Okay, there you're triggering me. Oh. And then it's like, okay.
Just anything, huh?
I was so insecure by the time that I went in there with Parisi. And so he's really what built up my confidence to just sing normally. My latest song that I did, I completely just told myself, and by then I'm with Brian, and there with Brian. I love working with him. And I'm all, do I sound too raspy? He's like, no, sounds good. I'm like, okay.
Is that a Lonely One? That's the one you're talking about? Mm-hmm. All right, so before we get to that one, I got 700 Marines over here, which is another great track. What inspired this one right here?
Well, that's the one I told you I was the only one watching the news that day.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I lived in LA for a long time, and on this particular day, there were all these people protesting at the immigration center in Los Angeles on this day. Yeah. And Trump did not want them to protest, so he sent 700 Marines. And I remember thinking, that's freaking weird. Like I'm not being political on one side or the other, but what the hell? I was like, so all day I just got fascinated in this all day, watching my friends and videos up all over YouTube, and every video said 700 Marines were mobilized today. 700 Marines were mobilized today.
Well, that's a sign right there.
It just kept going through my head, and I thought I liked the way it came off my lips. That'd probably be a good chorus. And so then, like these lyrics, I'm gonna let people hear for a minute. Well, there was a manhunt going on at the exact same time somewhere in the Midwest for somebody. And the exact same day Trump was having a parade, on the exact same day that 700 Marines were being sent into LA, right? So the whole thing seemed weird to me.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to write a song talking about how bizarre that was. And the bizarre thing about the song is that both sides of the political spectrum hear this song and they hear their story in the song. And I found that kind of odd. And I don't care, but I don't get political ever. But I thought it was weird that our president was sending Marines, and then he started sending the National Guard. So that only
made it worse.
It was like 700 Marines, and that was it. I think after that, he was sending the National Guard. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just thought it was odd that people were just wanting to protest. And don't give me a bunch of political shit.
I mean, that's what was going on at that time.
And that's what I wrote about that day. These lyrics are not even mine in the sense that I started listening to all these videos and the interviews they were asking people on the street, and these were words they said. So I took the words and both sides, when I say in there, people are on both sides of the street of asphalt, I said on an asphalt divide, they were saying the same things. But they wanted, their outcome of what they thought they wanted was different, but what they were saying was the same stuff. Yeah. So all day I just didn't know how to write it, so I just started writing down all these little things that the people were saying. And the guitar here is Mark Munoz from Bakersfield.
Ah, yeah.
He used to be a student of mine when he was like 19 or something. He's a metal player.
He gets down in this track, yeah.
And I just knew this is the right song for that guy. So if I could get him to play. And so, who else is on? Oh, Gary Rink is playing bass. Brian Bouger is playing drums. So Brian's
Shout out Brian,
drums.
He gets down on those drums.
Gary's playing bass. Chris is playing keyboards. Mark is playing guitar. Am I forgetting an instrument? I don't think so. I think that's it.
That's a hell of a team right there. That's awesome right there.
This song I've never pushed too much, but it's got a lot of streams.
It's a good track, like I said.
On its
yeah.
own, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really cool right there. The last track I got right here is your latest one, Lonely Ones. What can you tell me about this one right here?
This song was put out. It was called Lonely Man. And it was put out by my friends from Birmingham. They're called Cul-de-sac Kings.
All right.
And they're like a bluesy kind of song band. Anyway, they put this song out and I loved it. I mean, I loved it. I kept hitting play over and over and over and over on this song. And so they knew how much I loved it, so they sent me a message and said, would you like to do a female version of this song? So I'm like,
nice.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
vocally with men and women, in order to get that gravelly growl type, it depends on what key you're in. So in the key that they were in, which is a full step lower than this, he had that in his voice. And I could have done it in the exact same key, but then as a woman, then I didn't have the intensity or the break in my voice. Then I'd have, if I took it up to where my voice was at my break, how his voice was at his break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then I changed some lyrics around, and I did some ad-libbing in over the break in the middle, which was like their solo section. I was so scared because I didn't want to insult them or step on anything. And because literally they sent me the track. So I sent it to Chris and asked him to change the key. So he went through and raised the whole key for me. And then I wanted to slow down a little bit because my voice, because of the vibrato, doesn't move as fast. So I wanted it a little slower. And then I just wrote that bridge part that's got all the ad-libbing, and those guys loved it. But when you're an indie artist, it's important to collaborate with people because, well, you learn a lot working with other people. And then, especially if you're trying to get your name out, it's good to collaborate with a band from across the world.
Yeah.
These people have like 10,000 followers on Spotify. So I knew that if I collaborated with them, then I would get those. This song's already got 16,000 streams, and
Yeah, I
it's been
saw
out.
that. Yeah, I saw that. It was.
Do you know what? It got on some kind of weird Spotify playlist called...
That's what you want right
that's
there.
That's what happened. It
Yeah.
got on a list that said classic rock, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and current. So
That's a big list.
It is. It's a 3-hour list, but it's got 660,000 people, and that's what shot
There
that
you go.
song up.
Yeah. If you can get on a playlist, that really does help out a lot for your
Yeah.
streams. Yeah. That's cool. It's a really good song right here.
This is the part, though, and I was like, oh, I told Brian first, I go, take it way down in the mix, okay, so we don't offend them. And then I went over to Chris's house and sang some backgrounds, and then he sent it back to me, and then we sent it to the guys, and they loved it. So
Yeah.
they were like,
That's cool right there. They're happy with it.
yeah, they liked it a lot.
That's awesome right there.
But by collaborating with them, so now my Spotify followers
Yeah,
are
it's brilliant, actually.
about 8 or 9,000, something like that. I think.
All right. That's dope.
The album's at 120,000
Yeah.
streams. Okay, for everybody out there. No,
All right. Let's hear this.
I got 120,200 streams on the album, which is nothing, right? Compared to like big people.
Still.
Yeah.
How much money do you think that is? Just guess.
Oh man, yeah. It's not much because they don't get much from streams, huh? Yeah. I don't even know how much you would get per stream.
What is it? You just move the decimal over.
That's
half
pretty
the
much.
penny?
Oh, that's smart, actually.
Right, just move
because
the-
it's $282.
Yeah.
So that's the lifetime of that. But for publishing, so I went ahead recently and signed up with TuneCore to take my publishing for a year, only because, okay. So what I mean by that is, and a lot of people don't know, is when you write your song and you put it out, obviously first you register. I do. I'm anal. So I register everything with the U.S. Copyright Office. And it saved me a few times by doing that, you know. But I register with them first, and then I register it with, and you have to pay for that. So you pay for that. BMI is free, right? So I register then everything with BMI. But then there's all the mechanical royalties and all the other royalties, the songwriting royalties, apart from what you get from BMI, so that I'm not collecting. We should probably not either, unless you haven't gone all over the world and signed yourself up accounts with every single one of these things.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't want to do that because that sounds like a pain in the ass. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 1-year publishing thing with TuneCore and try it and
Just to see
then
if
I'll
it
be able
helps
to-
out.
it's not
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
hurt.
see what happens. See if it pays for itself.
Yeah, they'll
basically.
collect back. They'll go back. I think they can collect back 4 years.
Oh wow.
So they'll go back and collect all the royalties that I haven't been collecting. So the 282 is just for streaming. So I haven't been collecting my royalties for songwriting, for performers royalties, for just there's all kinds of stuff that I haven't been collecting. And
man,
then
all right.
even like Jose Feliciano, that album I did. I'm going to register that.
You have to. That's a major artist right there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? I got paid for that album. It was called a one-off, so they
Oh,
pay
okay.
you one-off. But there are some songs, like the song "Love One Another," that they literally just took the stems from my album that me and Chris did and put our stems straight into the song with Jose. I'm literally singing the whole thing.
Oh
And
man.
so I'm going to go ahead. It may not mean anything, but I'm going to go ahead and register those for performance royalties.
Shit, man, I would.
And see if I can
Most
collect.
definitely, yeah. Especially for that album, yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and there's just so many things. But my goal in my career is to be a songwriter. So that's really my whole life. That's been my whole thing is songwriting, and so I want to get smart about that. So
Yeah,
for
and
my
that's
son, you know.
and that's good that you're mentioning it because there's a lot of artists out there that don't even know about this.
No, they don't know, and that's
Yeah.
the thing. And you should go on YouTube and look up
Yep.
all these. There's so many great videos on YouTube
Yeah.
that explain songwriting and publishing and
Oh, yeah.
and copyright and all of it.
Yeah, there's a book out there, everything you need to know about the music industry as well.
And those
That's
are good, and
that's
they
a
update
really
them.
good book. Yeah, they always update them.
Yeah,
but,
they have to. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
important. But the only reason my album has that many streams is because I sought out outside of Bakersfield to this indie community.
Yeah.
So I've got in with this worldwide indie community of a bunch of indie bands, and we all help each other.
Oh, that's
so
dope right there.
we have private listening groups to help push each other. We have a web page that our friends from Texas just built up for all of us where we can put our stuff on there. I have so many times tried to share this stuff with my friends in Bakersfield. It's like they just
It doesn't
care.
work.
I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, if you just
Yeah.
do this. Well, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, but I tried.
Trust me, I
I'm
get
telling
you on that,
I
yeah.
understand. Okay. But,
You have to look elsewhere, if you want to keep pushing the album, even a single,
and
Yeah.
it gets old. It's a lot. Like I have to take breaks from it.
Yeah, yeah.
know
It
what
could
I
be
mean?
overwhelming.
Yeah,
There's a lot going
It's hard
on.
to be on social media all the time.
I don't like it, but we need to promote our,
it's your job.
Yeah, you
So
have
I
to do it
tell
at this
people,
point, yeah.
That's how I make money is from people finding
exactly.
me on Facebook.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my whole income.
Yeah. And over here on the Bug, we like to promote other bands, other singers, other artists as well. So Deedra, can you give me 2 or 3 artists for our audience members to go out there and check out? Who's someone that's out there right now? It doesn't have to be a Bakersfield artist, it can be anybody. Who should we look out for? Who would you recommend?
Well, I always have to shout out like my students. Once
Of course,
a student,
of course.
always a student.
There you go.
But okay, so
Give me the list.
I'm going to tell you right now. Absinthe. Okay, they're a metal band. When I first
Oh, I love
moved-
metal music. All right.
When I first moved here from LA, I only coached metal singers,
Oh, nice,
and
nice.
so because that's what I.
Yeah, I
so,
can see that.
There's a lot of great artists from Bakersfield. I like Lottie, and I
Ooh,
like
yeah.
Lottie Patterson. And the more
Hey,
that
shout out to the Broskies, Lottie
and
Patterson.
she's not ever been a student of mine. She just did a lot of gigs with us at Wikis.
Yeah,
but,
I love her music. Yeah,
and she's finding herself.
yeah, she's doing all these videos.
Yeah,
It's,
that's what it
it's
takes.
an amazing journey
Yeah.
to watch it.
Isn't it?
Because
And
she's
Yeah,
so
and
she
she's
gets
right
down.
on with what she's saying too.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's tough. Like one of my best friends said to me, "Yeah, I see your posts on Facebook all the time." She goes, "'Cause you just need attention or what?" I go, "What the? That's my job."
yeah. You have to
Like,
promote it.
that's
Yeah,
how- what do you mean? Like if I need attention, I'm gonna go get it on Facebook. And
Yeah, that's cool.
But it is hard sometimes because
Yeah.
it's hard. Most artists tend to be, from what I've seen, a little on the shy, introverted side.
Yeah,
and then we
yeah.
become extroverted
Oh,
through our
yeah.
music, right?
Yep.
And so it's hard to be that personality on Facebook all the time.
Not everybody has it.
No.
So,
or
but
you
hey,
don't
but
have
you
it all
try.
the time. Like
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
have it for a month, and then for
Yeah.
2 months, I'm not that person anymore.
There you go.
And then in another month, I feel like that again.
Yeah.
And it's a lot.
I get it. Yeah,
and
yeah.
also Izzy Foster. She has her own original band. In fact, I'm doing a gig with her and another original band.
Oh, when is that going to happen?
October 30th.
Yeah, make sure we plug that in
at
the location.
Bottle Shock. And then
All
I'm
right.
playing in
That's
2
dope.
weeks. I'm playing at that place on the corner of Buena Vista and White Lane. It's the Seven Oaks Shopping Center right there
Okay.
where the 19th hole is. There's a big outdoor area. So me and Tim and Chris are doing
Oh,
that.
nice. When is this? In 2 weeks, you said?
May something. It's on a
Okay.
Wednesday.
Well, if there's a flyer already out, just tag us and we'll definitely repost it, or else.
But there's
we'll let us-
so many. Vanessa Saldana, I love her, and
Nice,
I'm
nice.
gonna tell you all the girls.
Yeah, go
You
for
know,
it, go
it's
for it.
About the girls,
Of course.
But
of course.
like, and always Glinda, even though she's not doing original stuff, right?
All right.
I love Glinda. She has the most unique voice. But I know there's people I'm not thinking of, and I'll think of my friend's band. But there's a guy, okay? He used to be a student of mine, and I swear to God, he's got 1 million streams. He's in Bakersfield. He's one of the most talented guys. I don't know why. He's one of those, like, he got smart to get your music outside of here. Not
Yeah,
that there's
yeah.
anything wrong with here.
Yeah, but this is a starting point, it's
But,
not bad at all, yeah.
A lot of great metal bands.
Yeah, there you
Silent Planet. The guys that were in that band own Bakersfield. What is that one on Rosedale Highway out there? Bakersfield Sound Studio Sound something.
go. Bakersfield Sound Company? Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Bakersfield Sound Company.
Yeah, the long haired. I don't know if
Yeah,
he's still
yeah.
there. And so many talented people.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot.
mean,
Everywhere you
there's-
go, yeah.
Oh, you know what, Bakersfield? One thing about Bakersfield, and now that I've gotten to know all these bands around the world, I have to say, in the last, how long have we been doing this now with these bands? About 3 years. We have the best music scene. We do.
Nice.
I
nice.
mean, for the city.
It's definitely unique. I mean, unless you're from LA, but a lot of people. Brian was telling me that there's people that want to record in Bakersfield. I mean, they'll come from Texas or come from Louisiana to record in Bakersfield
Just
because of the vibe, what the name means.
We
Yep.
just have so many talented players here. There's
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
talent here. And there's people here too that you don't even know about that are in the
Yep.
music business making good money, doing studio work and things that, and that's the thing with musicians too though, if you're young and trying to make it, if you can just figure out a job to do that's also music,
Yeah.
it's gonna make you happy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when
Most
people
definitely.
say, you don't want to teach and you're not going to be happy. Yeah, you will. You'll be a lot more happy than being an accountant over
Yeah.
doing that 8 to 5
For
Monday
real.
through Friday when you're wishing you could be playing your guitar.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what helped me is that singing lessons. When I came off tour and I couldn't go back on the road, I was like, well, what the hell am I going to do? You know what I mean? I mean, I
Yeah.
needed something to do. And so I started giving singing lessons. And at first I had like 2 students, metal guys too.
We're here to learn.
People how to scream. And so then over time, though, I got up to about 60 or 70 students. And
That is
so,
cool right there. And again, what better person to teach than you yourself? I mean, you got this powerful voice. It's
Yeah,
incredible.
And I know what
yeah.
it's like to be a singer, the things singers go through, the things that go through your head while you're singing. You're not even in the moment of the verse because you're thinking about that one note at the end of the song that's coming up in 3 minutes. So you're not even giving it for the first 3 minutes because you're worried
Yeah,
about
you're
that
saving
one
it.
note. So I mean, I think it was kind of like a blessing to teach. I didn't think that at first. I'm not lying. It took 2 years for me to get over the whole I'm teaching thing.
That's interesting. Do any of your students, like when they first go and they hear you sing, because I'm assuming that you sing obviously to show them, are they like, whoa?
No, I made a point of that, okay? So I never wanted to intimidate my students or make them feel like I was trying to show off to them or that I could do it better, any of those things, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I hardly ever sing, and when I am singing, it's just scales, so they're just hearing me operatically. The reason I say that is because then when I did start performing here again, I had already been coaching for about 10 years here and not performing out. And my students, when they would come out and hear me, they'd go, wow, I had no idea you could sing like that. Because I didn't want that. I didn't. You know why? Because I was all into Tyra Banks, right? America's Next Top Model. And every time a story would come up, but she could coach the models, it'd be a story about her. And so every time I'd be coaching, I'd hear myself start to go, yeah, but I'd always think of Tyra, you know, but me. And so I just don't do that.
I get you. It makes sense. Yeah. That way they can feel more comfortable being there as well.
A lot of times they've never, ever heard me sing. Never even knew what stuff, never knew I was a rocker. I had one girl come up to me at downtown. She heard me sing and she goes, I thought you were some like opera singer or something. I go, no. She goes, if I had known that, I'd have come to you for lessons. I'm like, well, I'd have taught you opera.
The hardest one, yeah. Deidre, where can we find you at on social media? And go ahead and plug your upcoming events as well. That's your camera right there.
Okay, so May 20th. That's Wednesday. Not this Wednesday.
Yeah, the upcoming one, yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is that next week? All right, you guys have to come out because that's going to be fun. That's going to be Chris Neufeld, Tim Stonelake, and myself. Turquoise Trio, because it's turquoise with 3 of us.
There you
and
go.
We're going to do covers and originals, and that's May 20th. And then on October 30th, that is going to be my album. So it's not my album concert, which hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
It's a whole other story. But the album, I will be performing all original music. It's at Bottle Shock, and it's 3 girl-fronted original bands. So it's my band, and then Izzy Foster. And I asked her who the 3rd band was. Let's see if she told me. No. So there'll be me and her and another band.
Yeah.
She's
all
kind
right.
of a bluesy. She's been in here before.
I'm gonna check her out.
She's a real tall girl with glasses. I saw her in one of your videos. It seems like she was in here, but maybe not. She works with the Jazz Workshop a lot, but her album is kind of a bluesy sort of jazz, fun, kind of upbeat stuff. She plays horn. So
I'm gonna have to look her up. Yeah.
I love
Most
that there's so
definitely.
many people doing originals because when I was in my 20s here, there was nowhere to do originals. That's why I left.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do originals.
It's changed, yeah. That's really cool right there. Well, will you be performing Golden Side? I got to hear this live. I have to see. We can add it.
We'll do it.
Okay, that's the deal right there. Where can we find you at on social media?
I'm at Deedra Patrick Music on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So Deedra, Deedra Patrick Music. And then for voice lessons, I'm Deedra Patrick Talent Development and Voice Studios. And then for my art is Dee Fine Art. So all of that's on there, as well as pages for Turquoise and as well.
There you go. You know what I mean? So go ahead and check out the pages. Check out the paintings as well, because you're very talented right there.
Oh, hey, I have a painting that's...
Yeah,
it's going to fit right there.
I was going to point to that.
Dude.
I was going to point to that and say, Deidra,
we're going to...
just like your painting.
We're going to definitely, talk about this off air. She's making fun of my paintings. Oh, the one over there. Okay. If you got a better one, we're going to talk then. You do, huh?
It's my painting.
Well, it kind of looks like it. That one is yours,
painting.
That would look nice over there on the wall.
But that's because I had...
It looks like that.
I saw a picture like that I used as a... Well, actually, someone sent me a picture like that and wanted me to do a commission.
Yeah, that's really
But
nice.
then when it
the one
took
you
me
got
like
is nice.
6 months and it still wasn't done, he was like, "Come on, my money back."
I'm still working on it.
It takes me a long time. I didn't care. I was like, "No problem. You can have it back."
That is hilarious right there. Deidra, thank you very much for coming on the show. It was an honor to have you here.
Thank you, guys.
And Ian, it's always a pleasure to have you here on the show. You're always welcome to come back.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.